Hey guys, it's me, James, and this is a bonus episode to episode 12, 2022 Send Off. These are the cutout tangents that didn't make the final cut, either for multiple reasons. They were just too much of a tangent from the actual subject of the podcast, and I removed them but put them off to the side because, I don't know, people might find these conversations entertaining. So I hope you enjoy. Just keep in mind it's gonna go from like clip to clip with no real anything to connect them really. So just be prepared for that. And if you like this kind of content, please review us on iTunes, Spotify, any podcasting app. Go subscribe to us on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, wherever you find yourself social media these days. And yeah, enjoy the show. Can I ask you something?
What?
If I told you I had 455 dice, would that surprise you?
Not. I guess surprise is not the word I would use. Like that's a lot of fucking dice. But
Yeah.
that's my reaction. Is like that's a lot of fucking dice, man.
Like I'm writing like a little blog post because I broke down like the dice I had and all that stuff. And yeah, I came up with 455. So yay. If people want to play tabletop games with me.
Or if you just want to die by dice,
It's not.
he can bury
in
them.
Not really.
He can stone you with them lightly, and you'll still die.
That's probably more accurate.
You don't think you could bury someone in it?
No. Dice are small, man.
Yeah, I know. I still think you're wrong. You have to use glue. Okay, you could cover someone in dice. That's what I should say. You can cover someone in dice. And if I was willing to, I'm pretty good at like selling things. You know what I mean? Like, so it's like if I was willing to do it, I probably could be one of those people that get away with it.
Yeah, I know you're good at selling things. I've played board games with you. Jesus fucking Christ. I'm bad at selling things.
I don't think so. I honestly don't. I think
Really?
I just think you're comparing to me, and then that's where the problem is. If I didn't exist, you'd probably be the best one in our friend group. I feel like Steve. Well, that's not true. He's gotten better over the years. When we met him, he couldn't sell anything. I always knew he was joking.
Okay, again, this is what comes to mind. That Red Flags game we played and recorded. I'm pretty sure I came in last place. Steve beat my ass by a point. And then you had all the other points.
Yeah, but I mean, part of that is all. It was a game. Like part of it's luck and the cards you draw. Because think about. I mean, I watched it when you reposted it, however long ago, and I remember you had. I think you had like a compelling case for the dating one, but then like. Oh no, there was one where I totally flipped it just by my ability to sell it. But there was times where I had a card that just it was like, like
Yeah.
Steve, it was actually Steve. No, Steve had like a good one, and then I threw down a card that made him just go like, why did I even try to like
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't think you're as bad as you think.
By the way, I have so many things on my list of things I want to buy, but I shouldn't. Like I want to buy these wireless microphone, like they're kind of like clip-on microphones, and they go to a receiver, and they're like small squares, and they're really cool. And I shouldn't buy that, but I want to. So if you ever want to do a travel show, let me know, and I'll buy all the equipment we need.
Wow, that was very much a mess. The TV section. It was just me going, this thing.
If I'm gonna be defining some stuff for the debate in the Muppets Christmas Carol versus Nightmare Before Christmas, when I said I enjoy the music for the Muppets Christmas Carol versus Nightmare Before Christmas, what I meant to say was I enjoy them more as Christmas music. The Nightmare Before Christmas songs definitely slap better. in a lot
Okay,
of ways.
yeah, why didn't you clarify
But
that during the episode, though? I feel like that was very confusing to people, 'cause
was I
multiple people.
tired that
Maybe, I
day?
don't know, but a couple people were like, "Well, that's just objectively wrong." Like, that even people who agreed,
Yeah.
that I didn't tell you that there was a couple people who do prefer Muppets, but, but here's the thing, still overwhelmingly, the numbers
Yeah,
went Nightmare
yeah,
Before
yeah,
Christmas,
yeah,
but
yeah,
there
yeah.
was still a couple losers with you.
My sister being one of them, and she can
It
kick
runs
your
in the
ass.
family.
Uh, but yeah, I just want if I'm gonna defend myself on some things, that's what I meant. I enjoy it. I enjoy it as Christmas music, where I don't really enjoy I wouldn't listen to the Nightmare Before Christmas for Christmas music, except maybe the one song, "What Is This?" or whatever the
Oh,
fuck
yeah,
it's
that's a
called.
great one. But yeah, no, I get that. I wouldn't have argued against that.
I think
I mean,
I remember because I think I was trying to say it because I was mentioning like, oh, it's more Christmas music-y, but I didn't, say it
yeah,
out
no, but
loud.
I think at some point I even asked, like, "Wait, you don't like?" Because you made it sound like you don't even really like the songs, and I'm like,
Yeah,
"What?"
I might have been tired and wasn't really sure what you were saying, and or it's this, and it's more than likely this. Sometimes when I have to defend something, I go in ridiculous mode. And you've seen this for me before, where I will say something fucking ridiculous, and I will defend it with my life in that moment. So probably a combination of that and being tired, because lately we've been recording these things last minute.
You never played Last of Us 2?
No, I should.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you should. I'm surprised. I don't know how I, like, forgot that or didn't know that.
When did that come out? Maybe that was during the time I was unemployed or moving or something.
It was right in the like, right after the pandemic started, I
Oh,
believe.
I might have just been depressed.
Well, it was a depressing time, and the game is very depressing, so maybe you made the right decision.
Yeah, that's fair. I
But but
I'm remembering the time where I was like having a hard time dealing with like violence and dying and all that stuff. And then I played Batman Arkham City, I think.
yeah,
And even though it's like technically Batman's not killing people, Batman's killing people.
yeah. Well,
You
yeah,
can't
this
say the guy I threw off the roof lived. Come on.
yeah.
And then PlayStation was like, hey, do you want to see your year in review? I'm like, sure. And then it's like 150 hours on Fortnite. I'm like, fuck. Fuck.
Yeah,
I don't remember that.
and that's cool, but it was, like, pulling teeth to get you to play Uncharted online, I remember that, like I'm not saying Fortnite's not better, that's not my point. My point is back when we were actually trying to play games together,
Yeah.
I think that was, like, the amount I think over all the time we played Uncharted, that was probably the amount you put in. So you put more this year in Fortnite than you did Uncharted total. So that's a little annoying.
I fell off of Uncharted. I don't remember why.
Yeah, but
Um,
me and Steve put, like,
yeah.
200, 300 hours.
Oh yeah, I remember
Just
you
the
guys were like
multiplayer.
telling me like turn off Rumble. I'm like, "What? Turn off Rumble." Okay. Like it
I still
did
do that.
something?
Yeah, I still do that, in Apex. I turned it on recently, and I was like, "I can't aim like this."
Oh my god.
But it feels satisfying, I will say that, because obviously, like, if I like, that's come further along. That's the thing I forget sometimes is, like, there's a new controller with every system. Sorry to get off track a little bit here, but,
Yeah.
like, they really do make a big difference with, like, the vibrations, you know? So I've been
Oh
playing
yeah.
Apex for, over a year without, and then I played with it. It did fuck up my aim a little bit, but it feels good. It just feels good to, like, shoot with that. Did you, hear about what happened with the Teslas in California?
I heard about the stock prices dropping, but
No, the cars, like, so you know how he's been working towards, like, auto driving or whatever?
yeah,
Automated
yeah.
driving? So, like, they turned it on in California, and immediately, like, car accidents. Yeah, like, there was a car they were driving on the highway, and they jumped in front of a car, slammed the brakes, 8-car pileup, but they didn't do it. It was the car. The car just did it itself.
Man, like, there's a bit of me that would love us to be at that point
Yeah, but we're
where
not.
yeah.
Yeah, we gotta get there, but I just he's always saying, like, he can do whenever he announced something, he's like, "And it's gonna be here next year." It's like, "No, this shit takes time." Like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
And he said that, like, 10
Um,
years ago, by the way, like
I remember, like, people were, this was, like, years ago, probably on Twitter, people were showing, like, concept art of, like, what the future will look like, um, and it some of the earlier stuff is, like, a couple years and the stuff, but I remember one was, like, it's a highway sign that goes, leftmost lane is for automatic driving cars. So, that's more like the steps we would have to take, like, there needs to be a specific lane for automatic driving cars and stuff like that before we get to everyone just has an automatic driving car.
Yeah.
And the annoying thing is this job, I'm the amount I'm making isn't, what new people coming in is making, which is technically how it should work, but I also don't get a pay raise, individually. The company always gives everyone a pay raise at the same time.
Mm.
So it's weird because normally everyone would be coming in making the same amount of money, but with COVID, we got temporary raises that were given permanently. There was some weird stuff where it's like, okay, we gave uh, people who worked here for this long a pay raise, blah blah blah, stuff like that. So it works out weird. But now people who are coming in make like $2 less than me, and it's still fine, but it's still like decent cash, especially coming from that mindset of, oh, I made $10 when I worked at Walmart.
Mm.
When I was offered a job at Target, 2 or 3 years ago, they offered me $13, which I'm going like, oh, that's great. That's $3 more than I was making. And then they gave me a schedule that was 20 hours a week. And it's just like, well, fuck me. And this thought crossed my mind. It has nothing to do with the experiences, but we're talking about jobs and community and all that stuff. People who are against unions are not American. We are the United States of America. We banded together to create power from the fucking British scumbags. If you're from Britain, you're not a scumbag. I'm just very emotional right now. And we beat their fucking asses and created a fucking and created a fucking country of states, of United States. We made a union, and that's what a fucking union is, to create more power from the fucking money-grubbing fucking Britons who are actually CEOs in this
Analogy.
Yes. What I'm saying is CEOs are the redcoats and we should be killing them. What? I don't know
Starting
how
with
I got there, but yes.
okay. Yeah, point taken. Yeah, I agree.
So let's just all remember, if you meet someone who is against unions, they are not Americans. I really wish you listened to podcasts like a real person instead of the whole YouTube thing. Oh, it needs to be a video podcast. Fuck you. Anyway,
No, I
uh,
I can listen to a podcast. I just
you choose not to?
yeah, because the ones I watch have a video component. Why wouldn't I watch the video?
I
I like them. I
literally
think they're
sent
funny.
you one where they have the first 3 episodes on YouTube, then they
I
stopped
listened to
doing
it.
it. Yes, and you said you liked it, and then you never listened to another episode.
I liked it more than I thought. I just yeah, I don't know if I care enough, Or clearly I don't. That's the real
Have you tried Dungeons and Daddies?
No, I haven't. I love Anthony Burch. I love Freddie Wong. I love what's his name? I guess I don't love him as much.
I'm blanking on their names right now.
His
It's
name's
been
Matt, right? The other one?
there is one named Matt,
Or yeah.
right?
I'm
Then
talking about the
there's Beth
rocket jump
May.
people. That's why
Yeah, Beth May, who is really good as well. Matt Arnold.
Matt Arnold. That's who I was talking
Will
about.
Campos, Beth May, Freddie Wong, and Anthony Burch as the daddy. The daddy master, as he calls himself. Oh, you should definitely listen to it because he talks about like experiences he's going through. He got a full back tattoo.
Why? What is it?
You know what? I'm gonna see if I can find a picture of it. But he literally starts like, because in the start they each talk about facts about their characters, and because he's the dungeon master, he's like, "Well, I did this." Like he talked about like he was trying to become a masseuse, and that didn't work out because his teachers didn't believe in COVID. It sounded like. But yeah, he talked about the back tattoo and was like, I hated it from the start. And everyone else is just like, so why did you get it?
Yeah, for real. I'm
I
so
was there.
confused.
I was there. I made him do the work and I was too afraid to tell him I didn't like it. So I got it permanently put on my back.
What a fucking idiot.
Yes. I'm seeing if I can. Okay. I'll send you this. It's on Twitter. I'm going to see if I can send this to you. Actually, I want your reaction, so let's get it on the podcast just in case. This will probably be a bonus.
I don't really have words. Like,
Yeah.
how did he get this specific design though? Like, what is happening here? It's just a bunch of cats in
So
the
I think
pose?
they're his cats. Like he has cats.
This is insane.
Yeah.
Like, it literally is a full back. Like, there's not
Yeah, it
an
must have
area that
taken
isn't covered.
months. It literally must have taken months. And he talks about the pain, and he's like, yeah, each time I went in, I thought, oh, it won't be as bad as the last time, and then it's as bad as the last time. So, I mean, good on him for doing it, I guess, but also, like, Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh my gosh.
All right. You ready to finish this?
Sorry, just I want to read one of the tweets because it's pretty much how I
Oh,
felt.
okay.
Or one of the responses. Somehow, this is even more than I imagined. Like, you told me it's a full back tattoo, but then I see it and it's a full back tattoo.
Full back tattoo.
Dad Kuza? Like a boss? Okay. All right.
It's not like graphically like ugly looking. It's definitely interesting, but like just think about like if he's like in a relationship with someone, he now needs to explain
Why he has
that
cats on his
tattoo.
back?
Like Jesus.